Hello, my name is José Escamilla. I am the Dean of the Graduate School of Education at Tecnológico de Monterrey. Tecnológico de Monterrey has been active in the open educational movement since 2007 in 4 different ways: as a user, as a producer, as a broker between users and producer, and as a disseminator of the open educational movement. As a user of open educational resources, Tecnológico de Monterrey started fostering the use of OERs among its faculty and students for face-to-face and distance education courses. As an example, in the year 2011, 156 graduate, undergraduate, and high school distance education courses offered by Tecnológico de Monterrey were enriched by the use of open educational resources. As a producer of open educational resources, Tecnológico de Monterrey has been active providing graduate and undergraduate course materials for free in the open courseware movement, as well as producing and sharing more than 400 open educational resources. As a broker between producers and consumers of open educational resources, Tecnológico de Monterrey has developed a bilingual catalog of OERs in English and Spanish. This catalog is a knowledge hub called TEMOA, where users can find more than 30,000 OERs selected for their relevance by faculty staff and carefully cataloged by librarians. In 2011, TEMOA had more than 220,000 users worldwide. As a disseminator of the open educational movement, Tecnológico de Monterrey has been active in 3 levels: inside the institution, in Mexico, and in Latin America. Inside the institution, Tecnológico de Monterrey has trained its faculty and students both as users and producers of open educational resources. In Mexico, Tecnológico de Monterrey has worked collaboratively with faculty of more than 10 Mexican institutions towards the development of a community of practice for open educational resources. In Latin America, Spain, and Portugal, Tecnológico de Monterrey has founded Clarice, the first and only Spanish and Portuguese network for the dissemination of the open educational movement. More than 300 faculty members from 12 different countries participate in Clarice, developing, disseminating, and doing research in open educational resources. We foresee that the open educational movement can be as revolutionary to education as the invention of the printing press. In Latin America, the OER revolution can contribute towards the end of the educational divide by providing its population with educational opportunities at a lower cost and with higher quality standards. Nevertheless, educators, policymakers, and the community in general should overcome the following 4 barriers. First, the lack of awareness of the open educational movement that inhibits the adoption and production of OERs. We need to promote the OER movement in the educational community, among faculty, students, and educational administration. Second, the lack of IT infrastructure, such as computers, internet access, and video projectors, where open educational resources can be used by students and faculty. We should pressure policymakers to increase digital access in schools and universities. Third, the lack of knowledge regarding educational resources licensing. We should promote the use of these licenses, such as Creative Commons, through conferences and workshops. Fourth and final, the lack of resources in Spanish or Portuguese. Policymakers and educational administration should foster the creation of OERs in these languages. I would like to extend you an invitation to work together to tear down these barriers and be part of the OER revolution. Thank you very much for your time.